Good evening, everyone. This is North Shore Preparedness coming to you from the beautiful shores of Lake Ontario. We've had a busy little day here today in the tiny urban garden. Very busy and productive day. I got a lot of things done, man. Wow. And to be honest with you, I didn't even really get at it till about noon or 1 o'clock. I want to share with you some of a bit of the progress I've been making in the tiny urban garden. You know, when we're talking about gardening in small spaces, what we want to do is we want to maximize on that space, and that's exactly what I've done. So what I've decided to do is I put in all of these trellises here, all along this bed, over here, and then all along the back side of this bed over here as well, down and up to over here, you know, where you see right there. So what that's going to allow me to do is maximize my space in this bed, like along the back there where I have these trellises. That's where I will be growing my peas and things like yellow beans, things that climb. And then in spaces like this, I can put tomato plants in the middle, or and on the edge here, I can do my small things like radishes, carrots, things like that. So I've been busy doing that today. I also built, I'm not sure if you can see them here, the light's really dim. It's about 7:15 in the evening, and the sun's gone down beside the, you know, behind the house beside me. But so what I spent my day doing was I put in all of these trellises here, all along here, and all across here. So I went out to the dollar store and I bought all these bamboo sticks, the larger ones, and like I did have a couple of larger ones left over from last year, and I bought all these smaller ones to put in the middle for my beans and peas to climb up. So I got all that done, and I thought, well, it's only 5 o'clock, I might as well maximize on the day. So what I ended up doing is I ended up putting in, let me see, let's give you a rough count here of what I've done. 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 pea plants. And I do have some the odd rogue yellow bean plant in there. I think there's 3 yellow beans in there, and I've got a few more that I put over here that you can see. So I got all those in, all those watered in. And you know, obviously, you can see the rest of my garden. I've watered in all the tomato plants and such that I put in previously. But I also got my cannabis plants in the ground today. So I got them in the ground, got them staked up, and you know, so that they won't blow over, because they're sort of tall, dumb babies with heavy heads that want to fall over sideways anytime the wind blows, because they were brought up indoors, so they don't have that stem strength to keep them upright. So I've got them staked. I did all that. What else did I do? Yep, no, I got everything else watered in over here. These things here. you know, my peppers and the chards over there. I also pounded a bunch of water down onto the hostas and the lily beds. We'll, you know, hopefully they'll do well, and we'll see how they go. But so that's what we want to talk about. Like, you guys know, I'm in an apartment, and I'm very, very fortunate to have this backyard area that I'm able to utilize. So that's exactly what I'm doing with it. I'm utilizing it, and because it's a small space, I want to maximize on the space. So what I've done by introducing all of these trellises here and all of these trellises over here and all of these trellises over here, what I've done is I've doubled my gardening space by going vertical instead of just planting things on the ground and, you know, letting them do what they do. Like, let me just grab something over here so I can show you something. All right. Okay, so these trellises here, obviously, these posts here are, these bamboo posts are much larger than these posts here, which is one of these that I'm holding in my hand. You know, I just sort of wired those together just with garden wire. I just stuck these big ones in the ground, and I measured them out so that they would be the right width apart to wire them together. So that's exactly what I did, is I just wired it together with garden wire. I've done that, and by using these little, and these are just dollar store items, by using these little bamboo shoots, what I can do with these other trellises over here, now these, I also bought these at the dollar store, and I kind of, you know, in retrospect, sort of wish I had rethought my program a little bit, because but what I can do with these is I can use these to extend the height of these trellises. If the beans decide to, beans and peas decide to grow taller, I can just use a little bit of wire and I can extend the height of these. I can put some in vertically at about 3 or 4 feet, and then I can put some crossways to give the plants something to climb onto and to grow up on. Now I also got a bunch of jute gardening rope. I can use that to do the same thing, but, you know, in retrospect, like I got a bunch of these, so you see how those are spaced out. They're really close together. And then beside this one, the next one is like, it's way over here. However, what I can do is I can bridge the two together, wire them up, and put a number of them up here to create like sort of more lattice for things to climb on. So I think these things are great, you know. That and a little bit of garden wire, man, it's amazing what you can do with that. So that's what I've been busy doing. I've also been busying myself by planting more sprouted pea shoots. Now I had some yellow beans on the soak to sprout, and they just didn't seem to work out for me. I'm not sure why. Maybe I soaked them too long, and I should have put them into soil earlier. So I went ahead today and I put some direct seeded some more. About, let me think, it's gotta be 30 or so more bean plants, just direct seeded into, like, you know, these plastic beer cups. I fill them up with a mix of peat and earth and some sheep compost. And I just, you know, direct seed them into there, water the heck out of them, put them under a little dome, and sprout them in that sort of a greenhouse type environment. So we'll see how they do. I love yellow beans, and I wish I had more, but to be honest with you, I got way more peas than I have beans. I love peas, but green beans store better. You can green peas, but I'm not really a fan of canned peas. Canned peas suck. Frozen is better. Fresh is even, that's like the bomb. Or I'll be able to save them for, save the peas for seeds if I want to. But, being in an apartment, and, I don't have a great income, so I like to do things kind of on the cheap, right? And I mean, why wouldn't you save money where you can? So, I'm going to show you something I did today. And it literally cost me $3.29 in a package of beans that I already have. There you are, $3.29. Yeah, they're expensive here in Canada. But yeah, I already had a pack of yellow bean seeds. I spent $3.29. And I took my old toilet tissue rolls and I cut them in half. And I seeded 2 beans per half tissue roll. Now I have 15 of those in here. Okay? So, for $3.29, I could possibly have 30 more bean plants, right? And so this pretty much just came from the garbage. The peat and the soil I've already got, so I'm not even gonna count that into a cost. There's maybe 3 cups of soil in there. And this is literally a container from, if you buy a rotisserie chicken or a baked chicken at the grocery store, like hot and ready to go or whatever. That is literally a container of one of those that I pulled out of there 20 minutes ago. And I mean, this didn't even take me 10 minutes to do. So with that container and its lid, you have an instant greenhouse in which to sprout these things. So for $3.29, I may get 30 yellow bean plants. Even if I have to, if I experience a 50% failure rate, I'll still end up with 15 bean plants. So that's going to make my day. And I mean, this is something that you can do cheap. So people out there who are saying they don't have any money to garden or to prep or to do anything like that, if you got $4, you can do this. And you can get these out of the recycle bin and these out of the recycle bin. I'm a big fan of using stuff over again and repurposing stuff and doing things on the cheap. So that's what I'm about. And because if you got tons and tons of money, go on ahead and spend it and do whatever you want. That's fine and that's perfect and that works for a lot of people. That's great. But that's not me. I wish I could find a dozen of these in the recycle bin because, why not do it on the cheap? Save your money. Put your money into other things that you can prepare with. So, make it stretch out. The money I saved on doing this way, guess what? That buys me another bag of rice to put up. So, I like doing things like that. I like having extra things to put up because of doing things on the cheap. But anyways, that's been my day. That's what I wanted to share with you, and just let you know what sort of progress was going on the in the tiny urban garden here on the North Shore. So for now, everyone, stay well and safe. This is North Shore Preparedness, out for now.